sure she can shoot the three. Just her 4th game back from injury, going to come off the bench for Louisville, but she is the X factor.
At 22 in the win in Colorado. And the Sooners and Cards meet for just the 3rd time ever. Tiffany Bird, one of our 3 officials. Beers and Olivia Cochran get us started. And the Cards will have it first. And Jalea Williams gets Louisville started offensively. Here is the freshman Roberts. In the lane, Williams too strong. And Skylar Van, the rebound for the Sooners. Left side, Tot missed on the 3. The save is for Beers. And turned over.
And West, Oklahoma trying to play fast. They want to get a shot off quickly in that shot clock and make Louisville run.
Williams misses 2 at the rim. Verhulst the rebound. Played over the top there inside and forced the turnover. And then Williams gave it right back.
Louisville wants to use their size, their length, get up in Oklahoma, apply ball pressure, and most importantly, Wes, make it difficult to get the ball inside to Reagan Beers.
The tempo of the ball game, you mentioned, Oklahoma wants to go 94 feet. Louisville don't want to quite go the full 94, but they're interested in being up-tempo, right?
Louisville needs to pick their spots. They want to get out in transition when they can and force steals, but overall, if you're Louisville, I want to make Oklahoma execute in the half court.
Roberts stepped out of bounds on the catch from McKinley Rudolph in the left corner. Jenny Baranchak, in her 4th year in Norman, was really interested in this environment for this team, especially after the overtime loss against Duke, Kelly.
And that loss against Duke, which was a great game, by the way, in which Verhulst, who just knocked down that 3, went off for Oklahoma. But that was in a tournament, neutral site. This is by far the toughest environment OU will have played in so far this season.
3 ball from Verhulst, and the Sooners are in front here in the opening quarter. Roberts a miss on the 3, saved by Williams. Verhulst ignites the offense again. Beers in transition, it got knocked away. Nice play, Nyla Harris.
And you can see some of Oklahoma trying to figure out how to play together, right? Verhulst and Beers, the dynamic duo we talked about, this is still their 1st season and just their 8th game together. So figuring out where each other wants the ball, you saw that on that last possession.
Foul line jump shot bounce away for Van. Williams all the way to the basket, draws the foul.
A good take by Jalea Williams, the Miami transfer. She's averaging over 5 assists per game, known more for her passing. But I know Coach Walls likes how she gets after it defensively as well.
Reagan Beers first on the Sooners, and there's a look at the Oregon State transfer in her 70th collegiate game tonight. And Jalea Williams just 9 of 13 at the free throw line this season. And the first one no good. Louisville has struggled at the line, 63.5% coming in. That's 2nd to last in the ACC.
Both teams really have. Oklahoma only shooting 64%. If this game comes down to free throws, Wes.
Get a hard hat.
Yeah.
And now Denise Brooks and Saif Esho are having a conversation. And let's see what we have here.
Okay, we're going to a media timeout to see who the foul was on.
All right, so we'll go to a media timeout. 3-0 Oklahoma. They're going back to review the foul that was originally ticketed for Beers. We'll step aside here early in the SEC ACC Women's Challenge.
Chip Week begins Friday at 8 on ABC.
Well, we rejoin you from Louisville, and it's going to be 1 free throw for Jalea Williams. The foul was on Reagan Beers. And Williams, who missed the first before there was some question about confirming the foul, and that's what they did during the break. you saw Beers reach in, right, Kelly? So Williams missed the first before there was a stoppage of play. She'll shoot one more here, and we'll play on.
And that was the right call with the foul on Beers. For Oklahoma, it's just frustrating for Beers, the centerpiece of your squad, to get a foul like that so early when it just wasn't necessary. And now she's on the bench.
Does bring Liz Scott off the bench for Louisville, or for Oklahoma, rather, to play for Beers. And the Cards still scoreless here. Had some good looks. Randolph working inside. Got it blocked. They scramble inside. Tot out of it. And Oklahoma on the run. Lead for Scott, and will be fouled by Tatiana Roberts on the drive. It'll be her first on the Cards here.
And that's why Oklahoma loves Liz Scott, what she can bring to this team. The 6th-year senior had an injury last year, did not play at all, but you can tell she's a veteran. That previous play was McKinley Randolph, a true freshman, going up against a 6th-year senior. Liz Scott blocks her shot, and then after the block, Liz runs the floor, is able to get to the rim and get the ball in transition. Just a veteran play.
Scott, 62% at the free throw line, makes it 4-0 Oklahoma. And Jenny Baranczyk, of course, an Iowa alum, spent a decade practically at Drake, now in her 4th year in Norman. 80 wins with the Sooners, 272, and a very, very good career so far. Her team up 5-0 now after the free throws from Scott. Here's the freshman Roberts. Marissa Russell. Olivia Cochran at 16 feet knocks it down. Cards on the board with the grad student from Columbus, Georgia.
That shot is in Olivia Cochran's sweet spot. She loves the mid-range, and a good possession by Louisville.
Inside, layup is short off the front of the rim by Zaya Van. Here's Roberts. Skip to the corner and a 3-ball. Russell knocks down the 5th triple of the year.
And that's exactly what I mean for Louisville, to pick their spots, when to run. Get the rebound, go. Oklahoma's not fully back. You get a wide-open 3.
5 all on 5 in a row by the Cards. And Cochran bothered the empty entry pass inside a moment ago to Van.
Olivia Cochran knocks down the mid-range. Olivia Cochran with a good defensive stop gets the rebound. And right here, Louisville picking their moments. Let's get out. Let's see what we can get in transition. A good pass by Taj Roberts, the true freshman, to Marissa Russell. And now feels like Louisville has new life.
Verholtz rims out a triple. And we're going to get a foul. And the foul will be on Nyla Harris. It'll be her first. Second on the Cards. And all of a sudden, about 3.5 minutes into this opening quarter, Kelly, both coaches have dispersed their benches. Jeff Walls has certainly checked his depth in, as has Jenny Baranczyk.
But even so, we still haven't seen Jada Curry come in for Louisville. The X Factor comes off the bench for them in her 4th game back, leading scorer. So we'll see when Jeff Walls chooses to insert her into the game.
Van missed with the 3, and while Schuyler missed it one end, younger sister Zaya commits the foul underneath on the rebound. Second foul on Oklahoma.
But Wes, this pace, this score, 5-5, as we're about 4 minutes in, that's what Louisville wants. OU and Duke, when they played a couple days ago, there was already 30 combined points by this point in the game. So this is the pace that Louisville wants in this game.
Jalea Williams, foul line. Here's Harris. They scramble inside. Istanbulolu was fighting for it. Now the Cards get a second chance here with under 6 to go.
Heads-up play by Nyla Harris, keeping her hands up even when they got the rebound.
Roberts had it spin out, and Elif Istanbulolu from Turkey will commit the foul. Her first, third on Louisville.
Into the game for the Cardinals, number 30, Jada Curry.
And here comes Jada Curry. Jeff Walls evidently hearing Kelly talk about her, sitting over there still.
I promise you, Jeff does not need nor want my advice, Wes.
No, he was very willing to talk with you today. He wanted a lot of thoughts from you on things, I noticed. That ball got thrown away. Zaya Van struggling here in the early minutes against Louisville. 4 substitutions wait at the table, though, for the Sooners.
And that's OU's 4th turnover. They have just been sloppy with the basketball so far, especially since that inadvertent media timeout.
And a foul going to be called on Skylar Van. Her first, 3rd on the Sooners. And plenty of substitutions, including Reagan Beers coming back and being joined by Beatrice Culleton as well.
And Wes, one thing to keep in mind, because we had that media timeout so early with the review, we will not have a media timeout for the rest of the quarter. We could have a called timeout, but we're going to go 8 minutes now without a media. And so that's why Coach Baranchek is choosing to get Reagan Beers back in the game. She can't really wait for that next media timeout. You got to get her back in, especially with OU looking a bit discombobulated.
First one where Istan Bolulu is good. Second one off the rim. Rebounded Harris in the stick back. 3-point trip for the Cards. The lead is 3 now for Jeff Wall's club. Lexi Keys runs the offense for Oklahoma now. Williams passed on a 3. Back for the 3 ball, and it's good from Sahara Williams. And all of a sudden, we're tied at 8. Oklahoma's dropped 2 threes and 2 free throws. And a 30-second timeout after the 3-pointer from Sahara Williams gets us a break in the Ville.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it, so the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience,
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
At Domino's, we're all up.
Kelly, we were just talking about the way the game was unfolding with the early media timeout. Why did Jeff Walls burn one there?
To give his team a breather for a split second, right? Because we were going to go 8 minutes. But also, Oklahoma can be very much a rhythm shooting basketball team. Jeff Walls is trying to make them uncomfortable, trying to get them out of rhythm, trying to make this first quarter segmented. Calling that timeout after a made 3 just kind of slows the momentum for OU.
Olivia Cochran. She's got Isla Jeffernans in there, and there's a 3 ball. Russell's buried 2 threes in this first half.
And how about Marissa Russell, the graduate student from Canada, has been a strong role player for Louisville in her time here, but those 2 threes are massive.
Yep, she had 4 coming in on the year. Lexi Keys the answer for Oklahoma.
A veteran is Lexi Keys, the transfer from Oklahoma State, 1,000-point scorer, played really well against Duke, and can shoot the 3.
Yep. And we're going back and forth now with triples. Tied at 11. Thompson out defending Russell. Here's Roberts still trying to find a way and rolls in a 2-point shot.
Wes, I think the sky's the limit for Taj Roberts. She is a freshman. She just started playing college basketball, and she looks like a veteran. She lets the game come to her.
Isla Jeffermans from Australia, I think, has just committed a foul against Beers. It'll be the first on Jeffermans. It'll be the 4th on Louisville in the opening quarter. Culleton at the foul line, left it short. Hit the end line, it'll go to Louisville.
Wes, sometimes you're just too wide open. Now, that never happened to me personally,
no,
but
absolutely not.
It can be an issue at times, especially early in a game.
You were never wide open. There was always somebody trying to find number 5. Russell feeling it. Rimmed off that one. And here is Nevaeh Tot trying to get the quick hitter inside. Beers the basket and the foul.
Reagan
Good look
Beers.
by Tot.
I mean, great look by Tot. And Reagan Beers runs the floor so well. When she can get inside position that deep, that low on Oklahoma's secondary break, meaning they're not fully set yet, and the defense isn't fully set, it's unguardable. That time, Louisville played it better than almost anybody does. Had 2 people around her, was able to contest the shot, but Beers still finishes. And you have to beat her down the floor, Wes. If you let her get to her spot and get in position, as as Oklahoma is getting down the floor, I mean, it's a wrap. She's going to score.
6'4" junior transfer, Littleton, Colorado. 3-point trip for Reagan Beers. She's had 4 games of 20 or more already this year. And Oklahoma back in front by a point. Look out. Olivia Cochran went down. And the foul against Sahara Williams. That'll be the 4th on Oklahoma. And here comes Amari Berry, a freshman from Clarksville, Tennessee, into the lineup for Louisville as you see Sahara Williams exit for Oklahoma.
Amari Berry also has the potential to be a game changer, can shoot the 3 ball, 41% from 3. Was massive for Louisville in that game at Kentucky.
Here's Curry. And almost had it picked and did. Foul will be on Jada Curry as Zaya Van reached in and knocked it away. That's 5 fouls. We had 5 fouls called on Louisville a moment ago. That's the 6th with Curry. So it'll go to Oklahoma.
Louisville's done a good job of guarding Oklahoma with those backdoor cuts. OU loves to cut backdoor and spread the floor. And Louisville's been all over the passing lanes.
Cochran burned the dribble on the rebound, and here's the outlet for Russell. Berry looking for the shot. Cochran at the foul line. Russell will fire and miss badly. And Tot and Skylar Van could not combine on the save. And with 2:20 to go, down 1, Louisville keeps the basketball. 13 to shoot.
Wes, this is an OU team.
Oh, they're going to reset the clock. Excuse me, Kelly.
They're saying it hit the rim. Well, a good break for Louisville to get a full 30 seconds, but they don't need it, Wes.
Olivia Cochran's second field goal. The foul is on Liz Scott. 5th on Oklahoma.
Number 44, Olivia Cochran will shoot 1. Checking in for the Sooners.
They had 13 to shoot if they didn't reset.
And they still probably would have scored.
Right,
So
there you go. Here's Cochran at the line, 12 of 20 so far this year. Louisville back in front, and a chance to add to it. And the backside rebound collected by the Cards.
what a board by Nyla Harris.
Here's Harris inside, and she will draw the foul from Van. That's 2 on Van. So now all of a sudden Louisville's got Jeffermans with 2. Skylar Van picks up her second here for Oklahoma with 2:10 to play.
And Louisville's doing a great job offensively of attacking Oklahoma's size. You mentioned Van. They already have a foul on Beers. And then shooting threes when they're open. Only taken 4 threes, made 2 of them. Good offensive execution by Louisville so far.
Nyla Harris free throw good. By percentage, she might be the best free throw shooter among the Card regulars. 13 of 20 now at the line. Second one good. 4 points for Harris. Boy, both teams have just really gone to the bench quickly here today.
Both teams are deep, Wes, which is such a luxury to have. Maybe Louisville a bit deeper than Oklahoma, but because of how Louisville's pressuring and getting up in Oklahoma, they're having to go to the bench as well.
Keys now to Beers. Cochran right there defensively. Final 2 minutes of this first period. Beers to catch, missed the layup.
A rare miss from Beers. When she has position that deep in the lane, normally that's 2 points, Wes.
Curry. Down low, here's Cochran. Fall away. Oh, boy. 6 for Olivia Cochran.
This is the Olivia Cochran that Louisville needs to see night in and night out, making the mid-range, playing tough on defense. If they can get this from Olivia, watch out.
Zaya Van Berry stays right there defensively, and a travel. Kelly, the pressure defense follows a great shot by Cochran.
Look at this. A quick move by Olivia Cochran. Didn't really give Reagan Beers any time to get set because she made her move the second she caught the ball. A beautiful fadeaway from Cochran. That's something that she's added to her game, added to her skill set in her 5 years at Louisville.
Cochran averaging just south of 9 a game, has 6 here in this opening period. Curry with it off the Cochran screen, 2-pointer, and the rebound on the backside. Stick back, Randolph. McKinley Randolph's first point. 7-point lead for the Cards. On the drive, runner by Van, no good. Battle inside, and possession will stay with Oklahoma, I believe.
In the game for the Cardinals, number 11, replacing number 44, Olivia Cochran.
Olivia Cochran getting a break right now, getting her a breather as we head from the first to the second quarter, but she has come to play. She has stepped up to the plate against Reagan Beers and has gotten the better of Beers in this first quarter.
So Cochran will take a break. Istanbuloglu into the ball game. Here's Keys, a deep 3. Back rim, rebounded by Harris. Kelly, despite Oklahoma's reputation, doesn't feel like Louisville's turned down an opportunity to get the ball down the floor in this first period.
It feels like they've picked their moments. They've done a great job of feeling out the game, still making Oklahoma scratch and claw for points in the half court while picking moments to run.
Amari Berry, 3-ball over Keys. Rebound by Harris. Back to work inside. It got blocked out of there. 1 second on the horn, and it rims out. Curry had a look, but Louisville is going to take a 21-14 lead to the second quarter. What a fun first 10 of the SEC ACC Women's Challenge. Teams back it up, don't think?
Look at that number. They've lost 33 games here in 15 years since the building opened. That's absolutely insane. And these fans bring it. This was a 5 p.m. tip. Probably tough to get here from work, and this lower bowl is pretty much full.
Yep.
These fans, absolutely some of the best in women's hoops.
And they've gotten a terrific first 10 minutes from the home team. And one of the big differences is the way Louisville has handled themselves offensively. Curry, a 3, back rim up over the glass, out of play. It'll go to Oklahoma. But maybe one surprising area is rebounding, huh?
Rebounding has been a tremendous strength for Louisville in this first quarter, but look at Oklahoma. Oklahoma leads Division I in all of these categories. The one that stands out to me is their defensive rebounding rate. They're grabbing 80% of their opponent's misses. However, in this game, Louisville already has 7-0 boards. They're +3 on the glass. Louisville on the glass in that first quarter was really, really impressive. It was Nyla Harris, it was McKinley Randolph, Olivia Cochran. This is arguably the best rebounding team in the country, and Louisville took it to them on the glass.
Foul on McKinley Randolph would be her first. First of the quarter for Louisville.
The double touch. They'll give you one touch, but you can't touch twice. It's a good call by the officials.
You see Raina Scott, junior from New York City, wearing number 2 for Oklahoma. And that ball got lost over the inline. That's a turnover by the Sooners and Sahara Williams. 7-point lead for the Cards. Curry on the floor with Amari Berry, Nyla Harris, McKinley Randolph, and Alif Istanbuloglu, who's playing the post for Olivia Cochran, who's off to a great start as well, by the way. Here's Curry trying to find a path against Scott. Harris with a nice screen and a foul on Raina Scott. Scott has played 10 or more minutes off the bench in each of the last 3 games for Coach Baranchek. And Curry to put it in play. Right back to Curry. Here's Randolph against Beers, had it stripped away and over the inline, out of bounds.
Good defensive intensity from Oklahoma since this second quarter has started. Obviously, things aren't going as well offensively for Oklahoma, but if they can generate some offense from their defense, force some turnovers, get some easier looks, that can help them get back in this one.
Scott racing at front court, now goes all the way to the glass and scores. Raina Scott's first points.
Tough take from Raina Scott, a player who only averages about 3 a game, but that was a confident bucket from number 2.
Nice screen for Randolph's shot. Got knocked away, and last touch by the Sooners. It'll stay with Louisville. Here comes Olivia Cochran back for Louisville. 6 points already for Cochran in the ball game to go with a couple of rebounds.
And maybe even more impressive, Wes, no fouls yet for Olivia Cochran. She's been guarding Reagan Beers for most of the game, hasn't picked up a foul.
Here is Cochran on the inbounds pass. 8 to shoot for the Cards. Jalea Williams, baseline Harris. Cochran tried to keep it alive. Scott couldn't control it. It'll stay with the Cards and 20 to shoot on a new shot clock.
Checking in for Oklahoma, number 1, Nevaeh Todd. So number 12,
Nevaeh Todd, Peyton Verhulst, report back for Oklahoma.
Let's see if Oklahoma can get Verhulst going. Only 2 shot attempts in that first quarter. She's coming off that triple-double, Wes, where she was just ridiculous against Duke.
Amari Berry a dribbling 3. And the rebound got knocked around. I think Nyla Harris ended up pushing Sahara Williams. That'll be Harris's second of the quarter on the Cards. And here comes Beatrice Culleton for Reagan Beers. And Jeff Walls responds. Isla Jeffermans comes back for Nyla Harris. So now we're going to see Cochran and Jeffermans play together. We did see Istanbuloglu and Jeffermans play briefly together.
And Jeff Walls has depth. He's got different bodies he can throw in there.
Roberts the steal and the layup. Second field goal for Taj Roberts. And Oklahoma turns it over.
How about Louisville defensively, just getting out in the passing lanes? Taj Roberts read that pass straight to the bucket, and then to come right back and apply pressure when Oklahoma's trying to inbound the ball. That's what Louisville can do. They're not going to press you the whole game. They're not that type of team, but they're going to pick different moments to do so, and especially off of a play where you just turned it over, might as well apply more pressure. That's some of the mind games that Jeff Walls likes to play.
Williams inbounds for Cochran. Roberts trying to use the Cochran screen. Jeffermans backs down with a right hand, had it blocked. Cochran recovers. They go to the deck. Finally, Williams has got it. Roberts to step in, 2. 6 for Taj Roberts. All 4 of Louisville's points in the quarter. And another line violation. This one on Scott. 9th turnover of the first half on the Sooners.
The Louisville pressure, the Louisville crowd. This crowd is really getting into it. It is absolutely frazzled Oklahoma. And how about the second chance points? That we've talked about the rebounding. Those rebounds there that led to the Taj Roberts bucket. 10 second chance points for the Cards.
Berry. Williams got caught in the dribble. Underneath now for Cochran. Rimmed out. Williams another crack at it. Step in for Roberts. Cochran clears the glass in front of Culleton. Third try for the Cards. Berry. Long rebound, and Scott lost it.
I mean, Wes, we were clear, right? Oklahoma is the #1 rebounding team in the country.
Yeah.
And Louisville is destroying them on the glass.
Well, and here's the other question I have. Jenny Baranczyk said 2 things to us today. One was control the ball. Louisville has controlled the ball in the first quarter in 3 minutes.
10 Oklahoma turnovers, just 3 for Louisville.
And there's a foul off the ball.
The offensive foul on the Cardinals. fouls. Number 15, Isla Jefferman.
Oh, it's on Isla Jefferman's. It'll be her third. And it's the third on Louisville in the quarter. And Verhulst working front court against the pressure of Taj Roberts. All the way through, and Roberts will pay for it with the foul. Second on Roberts. Fourth on Louisville. And here's Keys returning for Oklahoma to replace Sahara Williams.
Coach Baranchak getting more ball handlers on the floor. Now you have a smaller lineup, but you have 3 guards out there that can handle the ball.
Keys tried to throw it across, and then a travel called on the turnover. So Louisville had the turnover, and then Sefeso whistles the travel. Jeff Walsh says, wait a second, it wasn't a catch yet. Jeff Walsh giving me the world-famous catch, no catch, and there's an offensive foul, and that's going to be on Beers.
Wow.
2 on Beers, 2 on Oklahoma. And Beers will come out. Liz Scott back. And Kelly, how long does Jenny Baranchak wait here with, what, just 6.5 to play in the first half?
It's tough because this lead is ballooning, and without your best player on the floor, I think you at least get to that media, and then you reevaluate, see where you are. But 2 fouls, you really cannot afford to have Beers pick up a third before the half.
Isela Arenas in the lineup for the first time for Louisville. Jefferman's travels. Jeff Walsh telling his freshman from New South Wales in Australia, just go straight up. Just go straight up.
He may have added a few other words, but that's basically what he was saying, Wes.
These 2 teams have grinded down the ball game a little bit. Almost double-figure turnovers in the last 2.5 minutes between the 2 schools.
And Oklahoma missing Skylar Vann, the reigning co-Big 12 Player of the Year, has been on the bench with 2 fouls for a while.
Long 3 out of the corner is good. Nevaeh Tot.
Oklahoma needed that one, Wes. Big shot from Tot. Big shot, Tot.
That's it. 6-point game now for Louisville. Arenas to Williams, and a foul on Tot. Redshirt senior from Columbus, Ohio's first, third on the Sooners.
And it feels like the way that Oklahoma's played in this game, the deficit should be bigger. I mean, they're only down 6 points. That's a couple of possessions, especially if they can start shooting the 3-ball well, which they have done this year, shooting nearly 34% from 3 as a team.
Williams has got to get the ball in bounds and launch it to Cochran. Now here's Cochran against Culleton. Turns with the right hand. And Istanbuloglu is going to commit the foul.
They are calling over the back tonight. I think as a player you have to adjust. You have to realize they're calling that, especially for Louisville, because they've got multiple bigs now with 2 or more fouls. Stop going for it. If you're boxed, there is no reason to go for it. Get that over the back call, and then in this situation, put Oklahoma at the free throw line.
A couple of free throws for Liz Scott on the 5th against Louisville in this quarter. And here is Scott, the redshirt senior from Houston, in her 96th career game. And the free throw bounds away. Don't forget the 2nd annual SEC ACC Challenge continues tomorrow night. Great matchups all across the board. Number 18 Ole Miss is at NC State at 7 o'clock on ESPN2. Texas and Notre Dame, that's a top 10 matchup at 7 p.m. And Duke, South Carolina, the same tomorrow night. Columbia at 9, all on ESPN, ESPN2, and the ESPN app.
Wes, that is a heck of a slate. I cannot wait to watch every one of those matchups and to see where we are by tomorrow in this SEC ACC Challenge.
Cochran with 15 to shoot on the drive. Will draw the foul from Liz Scott. 2nd on Scott will be the 4th on Oklahoma in the quarter. Kelly, we said at the top, these are the 2 top premier women's basketball conferences in the country. The matchups are fascinating. And yet, as we talked about with both Jenny Baranchek and Jeff Walls today. The women's game does not back down from title shots. They play heavy competitive non-conference schedule. I mean, just look where Louisville's going. They get Oklahoma tonight, and they're playing Connecticut Saturday in Brooklyn. 7 for Cochran in the first half. First point of the quarter.
That's a week right there, Wes, to play a top 15 Oklahoma team and then go play UConn and Brooklyn, and then Oklahoma, of course, just played Duke, who's now up to number 8 in the country.
Right.
Duke has South Carolina tomorrow. I've always said this, that women's basketball, better than basically any other sport out there, schedules great non-conference games. They want to give you a reason to watch in November and December, and a game like this is a great example of that.
Olivia Cochran's got 8 here in the first half, and a tough rebound inside off an Oklahoma miss, and Cochran's going to draw a foul. So the foul is going to be on Zaya Van. It'll be the 5th on Oklahoma. We'll take a timeout. Free throws when we come back to the Ville. Cards by 7.
It's a box out. Yeah, good thing it's not a thing in
Who are you pulling
basketball.
for?
You know
SEC,
what?
ACC?
We're not going to go there. Let's send it back out to Louisville.
Amina, Dre, thank you. 27-20 it is, Kelly. And our game summary, the rebounding figure is real. +7 for Louisville, and Olivia Cochran going to the free throw line has been a big part of it.
Drea was hitting on it. Oklahoma has really struggled to box out Louisville. These bigs have been active. Now, these bigs have picked up some fouls for Louisville, so that's something to watch as we, in the second quarter, get into the second half if they can maintain that. But Olivia Cochran has absolutely balled out for Louisville, and she has yet to foul.
Yep, 9 for Cochran on the first free throw. Columbus, Georgia, 14 career double-doubles, a second-team All-ACC pick a season ago. And knocks them both down.
And Wes, if she plays like this, if she is this assertive and this tough on the glass, as these freshmen come along for Louisville, as Jada Curry gets comfortable, that's where Louisville can really reach its potential this season if Olivia Cochran plays like this.
Sooners in the front court. Aubrey Jones, transfer from Iowa State, has come in for the first time. Verhulst, three-pointer good. Dangerous Peyton Verhulst.
She's comfortable in this gym. She played at Louisville, was on the 2022 Final Four team, and she can flat out shoot it. Let's see if that gets Verhulst going for the Sooners.
Easton Bulolo for Roberts. Now Cochran. 12 to shoot. Working in against Sahara Williams. And an offensive foul will be the first on Olivia Cochran. Player control, no free throws with 4:24 to go.
And they called Cochran for the hook and hold. That's a big point of emphasis in the women's game. Olivia Cochran, still just her first foul. Laughing that one off. I'm not sure she agreed with it.
Culleton out front against Cochran. Todd on the drive. And there's a travel on Aubrey Jones.
And Wes, for me, Verhulst just hit that three. I'd love to give Verhulst a touch on that possession. She's one of your best players. She just coming off a great game. She can shoot the rock. Let's get her, try to get her a look on that play after she just scored.
6-point lead for Louisville. Curry on the drive with a right hand and a foul. And the foul will be on Aubrey Jones. A couple of free throws for Jada Curry. Jones, a transfer from Iowa State. Did not play in the overtime loss to Duke. And here comes Jada Curry to the free throw line. She's 8 for 9, but as Kelly told you, she's just now back into the lineup. Just her 4th ball game. Free throw is good. Don't forget, the SEC ACC Challenge continues tonight on the men's side on ESPN. How about this doubleheader? Number 20 North Carolina, number 10 Alabama at Smith Center at 7:15, followed by number 9 Duke and number 2 Auburn at Cameron. I think that's Auburn's first visit to Cameron as well. Off the Maui title, by the way. And Curry took an arm up in the face, but the foul will be on Jada Curry. And free throws for Peyton Verhulst.
And again, you get to touch him once, you get to touch an established position, and then the second touch, that's what they called on Jana Curry. Now, perhaps there was a foul on Verhulst after the foul on Curry, but I see what the officials were seeing there.
So here's Verhulst for the free throw, and it bounds away. It is of note sometimes when you see the transfers come back to arenas, it doesn't go so well. When Peyton Verhulst was announced tonight in the starting lineup, she got a very nice round of applause by the Cardinal faithful. She's got 7, hitting 1 of 2 at the line. Sometimes it doesn't go that well.
That's good to see, though, Wes. It's such a big part of the game now. She was on a Final Four team. I liked how the Louisville fans handled it.
Williams back inside. Catch and score, Olivia Cochran. 12 now for Cochran.
Whatever Olivia Cochran had for pregame meal, she needs to eat that every single game.
A travel by Beatrice Culleton is going to turn it back over to Louisville. That is 14 turnovers now for Oklahoma in this first half. And substitutions across the board. Kirsten Johnson, 6'4" junior, Duncanville, Texas, comes in for Oklahoma. And Raina Scott returns for Jenny Baranchek.
And give the credit to Louisville, the defensive pressure that they've applied to get Oklahoma out of sorts. OU also playing without 2 starters for most of this first half with Skylar Vann, who we really haven't seen with the 2 early fouls, and then Beers with the 2 fouls as well.
Roberts for Williams. Down low, Cochran to work. Roberts tees up a 3.
A freshman should not be able to make that shot. That was a really tough, contested 3. Taj Roberts makes it look easy.
And the steal, and Roberts saved it, but it's finally picked up. Curry, and here is Russell. Largest lead of the night for Louisville, and an Oklahoma timeout. For all the offense that Jeff Walz has had through his career, in his true heart, he's a defensive guy.
He is, and defense is the most important thing to Coach Walz, and you can see Louisville is just getting after it defensively. They're taking pride on the defensive end. They're using that defense to turn it into easy buckets. They're playing together. They're finding the open player in transition. It's just beautiful basketball to watch.
And the Cards have, in some ways, built this 14-point lead by turning the rebounding table on Oklahoma.
The rebounding table and the turnovers, right? The 15 Oklahoma turnovers, 14 points off of those turnovers for Louisville. And Wes, it brings up the question, if you're Jenny Baranchek, do you bring Reagan Beers back in? It's just 2 minutes, 43 seconds. I think she's going to stay with Beers on the bench, just try to get to halftime as quickly as possible.
Sooners coming off a 10-point overtime loss. And there's turnover number 15.
Sometimes when it rains, it pours, Wes. It just gets contagious, and that Louisville pressure can start to get into your head.
Williams on the drive. And poked away by Raina Scott. Last touched off the leg, I think, of Jalea Williams. So Oklahoma, who only averages about 17 turnovers a game, already has 16, make it 17. Wow. Here's Curry. Now for Cochran. Quick move inside and 1. Cochran with 8 now in the quarter, 14 in the first half. Kirsten Johnson the foul.
Wes, I've caught quite a few Olivia Cochran games. This is her 5th year at Louisville. This is the best first half I've ever seen her play. And this is against a very good team, number 11 in the country. It's just impressive what we're seeing from number 44. She set the tone for Louisville in this game.
Yep, 14 now in the first half for Cochran to go with 6 rebounds. And now a free throw that could push it to 17. Just ahead of 2 minutes to go. Cleanly through. Verhulst with Beers on the bench. becomes Oklahoma's best scoring option on the floor right now. Out of the corner, Williams. Long rebound for Verhulst. Here's Sahara Williams. Nevaeh Tot. And the rebound for Cochran, who hit the end line as she was trying to keep her balance and deliver an outlet pass.
Louisville's defense has been so good, so active, that even when Oklahoma gets shots off, it feels like they're rushed.
Yeah.
Louisville's closeouts are really tight. They're able to get out with their length and apply pressure. It just hasn't been anything easy for Oklahoma.
Cochran gambled. Verhulst the three. Got it. Peyton Verhulst with 10. 3 triples and a free throw. 41-27. Roberts got caught on the baseline. Russell. Curry a 3. Too strong. Culleton the rebound. And a backcourt foul on Curry, I believe. And it is. Second on Jada Curry from Corona, California. Our third foul with 1:23 to play. So, Jeffermans and Curry with 3 for the Cards. Harris, Roberts, and Istanbulolo have 2 each, Kelly. Meanwhile, Zaya Van, Skylar Van, Liz Scott, Reagan Beers all with 2 for Oklahoma. Here's Todd at the line. Free throw good.
Thank you for walking us through that, Wes, because we've had 27 fouls called in this first half. So I think the viewers at home need a refresher.
I guess the important part is Oklahoma doesn't have anybody with 3 yet, but we got 1:23 left. Best game on the opening day of the SEC ACC Women's Challenge right here in Louisville, and it's been the Cards who have been the attacker here against the Sooners. And that ball got knocked away. They scramble for it, and a held ball will be called and awarded on possession to Oklahoma.
I love that play from Verhulst. Olivia Cochran was taking her time, taking too much time, trying to make something happen, and Verhulst saw a moment to get in there and swipe that ball. And perhaps, look, Verhulst and Cochran were teammates, so there's something there. Maybe remember some tendencies from your old teammate in the post.
There goes Scott again on the drive. Couldn't finish the layup opportunity. Roberts for Russell. Back for Cochran. Jalea Williams on the drive. Tried to dump it back to Russell. Stepped on the inline out of bounds. So in final minute now, and it's a 12-point lead. And Jeff Walz hates missed opportunities. Bottom line, no coach likes them.
It feels like with that missed opportunity, Louisville's letting Oklahoma hang around. If OU can cut this to single digits, we'll have a ball game with Beers coming back in.
Oklahoma, another turnover. Here's Russell. About a 3-second differential as we wind down the first half. And to work goes Roberts against Verhulst. In the corner, Berry, air ball, Williams, and it got knocked away, and there's the horn to end the half. It went back and forth, but Kelly, the turnovers for Oklahoma and the rebounding prowess of Louisville, the difference in this opening 20 minutes.
And credit Louisville's defense, their intensity in passing lanes, their rebounding, of course, with Beers in foul trouble on the bench. But Oklahoma still very much in this one, Wes.
She is one of 4 players with 2 fouls. So Jenny Baranczyk at the Oklahoma bench and Jeff Walz on the Louisville side have got to be at least cognizant of how the opening 3, maybe 4 minutes of this second half go.
Absolutely. And Skylar Van back in the lineup for Oklahoma, the reigning co-Big 12 Player of the Year. We did not see much of her at all because of foul trouble.
Cochran, long 2, and Harris going to run it down. Nyla makes the save, but it's Sahara Williams the other way in the layup for the Sooners. So Williams with 5 now on her second field goal.
And that's what Oklahoma has to do. They have to find a way to get some easy baskets. It felt like everything for them offensively was tough in that first half.
Randolph couldn't find it with the layup. Tot runs the offense. Van in transition three. And Beers battling for the rebound, and a foul called by Denise Brooks underneath on the baseline. And it's going to be on Jalea Williams. First on Williams, senior from Pompano Beach who transferred from Miami. First of the quarter on the cards. Harris with a nice sneak around on a pass for Beers at the post.
And Beers had good position, but for Oklahoma, these other players that are trying to pass the ball into Beers, they have to see help side. They have to see where help side is. Louisville's doing a good job of bringing someone, not really for a double, but bringing someone to get in the passing lane. It feels like Oklahoma's guards are not seeing that person.
Cochran kind of waiting on the play to develop. 14 to shoot. So two-man game and turned over. And now Verhulst trying to run Oklahoma into an opportunity offensively. Van thought about it. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the cut by Skylar Van. Nyla Harris commits her third. It is the second already in the quarter for Louisville. Nevaeh Tot for Verhulst three. Beers the rebound. Reagan Beers and a foul. And it's on Cochran. It'll be the second on Olivia Cochran, third on Louisville. And Reagan Beers to the line for a pair of free throws.
And there's just a glimpse of the difference that Beers can make for this team. The offensive rebounding for Oklahoma, when Beers was not on the floor, was virtually non-existent in the second quarter. Her presence is huge for OU.
Just the fourth point of the game for Beers. Kelly told you at the top, #1 transfer when she left Oregon State a year ago. Third-team All-America, 18 points, 10 rebounds a game in Corvallis.
ACC fans might remember how well she played in that Sweet 16 game against Notre Dame. She was unstoppable.
Yep. Roberts, Randolph. Oh, nice shot fake. Jump shot good. Veteran move by the freshman Randolph.
Really good body control by McKinley Randolph to not rush it, take what the defense was giving her.
Verhulst underneath Van to catch and score. First basket for Skylar Van with 7:49 to go in the third quarter.
They missed her dearly in that first half. They just looked a little off without her on the floor.
Randolph again. Catch and shoot Roberts. 3 bounds away. Lead is 8 for Louisville, and the Sooners trying to pick up some momentum with Van. All the way inside. Williams out front. Verhulst thought about it. On the drive, lost the handle on it, scooped up, and one for Van. Skylar Van with back-to-back baskets, and this is going to come with a foul. And it's the third on Olivia Cochran.
And Skylar Van, there's a reason why she was the co-Big 12 Player of the Year last year when Oklahoma won the Big 12. And they need her presence. She can handle the ball. You saw her get the rebound and go coast to coast on the previous play. She can score inside. She can shoot it. She's a veteran for them. She's a calming presence. And she has made a big impact in this third quarter so far.
The 12-point halftime deficit is getting ready to be cut potentially down to 5. And we've got a break here as Peyton Verhulst went to the Oklahoma bench here, I think, for a Band-Aid. That's it. And back to the free throw line for Skylar Van. Averaged 15 points a year ago on the way to those Big 12 honors. Preseason All-SEC, and now a 5-point start to her third quarter. And the lead is 5 for Louisville.
8-2 run for Oklahoma to start the third.
And a foul off the ball is on Scott. Liz Scott, the first Sooner now with 3, Kelly. First of the quarter on Oklahoma.
Foul trouble's been a storyline in this game. There's no doubt about it, Wes. We've seen a lot of fouls called. It's going to start creeping up on both of these teams. Affected OU more in the first half. Look for it to affect Louisville some in the second half.
Cochran the miss. Verhulst the rebound. Van into the corner, catch and shoot 3. Air ball from Zaya Van. Louisville in transition. Roberts all the way underneath, rotates back around and pours it in. 11 for Taj Roberts.
Really impressive take from Taj Roberts. Again, back to that body control I talked about with Randolph. Just not letting herself get sped up. That's really rare for a freshman.
Backdoor cut, Lexi Keys. Here's Scott, and that's an offensive foul. Drop the right shoulder on the drive against Harris. Liz Scott has 4 fouls now.
Number 34, Liz Scott, her 4th. Team second.
This is Taj Roberts, one of these fantastic freshmen for Louisville, weaving through traffic, finding her opening, not panicking when the initial look, trying to finish on the right side, wasn't there. This is a young lady who, in her very first game of her college career, had 21 points against UCLA in Paris. She's averaging nearly 12 a game, 2-time ACC Rookie of the Week. She has really impressed me. With all these highly touted freshmen for Louisville, she has stood out.
Catch and shoot, Amari Berry. Front rim miss. Oklahoma on the lead. Beers the catch and score.
That's what Reagan Beers does better than anyone in the country, establishing her inside position on the block while OU is running. It's really tough to do, and OU did a good job of finding her.
7 for Beers. Harris the turn and score. 6 for Nyla Harris. Lead for Beers thrown away. Jenny Baracek did not mind the look, though, from Lexi Keys there.
They're trying to get the ball to Beers. They want to force the issue. They want to make you afraid that they're going to get her the ball every single possession, and I like that. I think part of this was with Oklahoma is this is just, as we mentioned, their 8th game playing with Beers. So they got to pick their poison, kind of pick their moments when they're forcing the ball to her.
Hard drive in traffic, and Marissa Russell, who gave Louisville a lift off the bench in the first half, trying to do the same now here in the third quarter. It was 12 at the break. Oklahoma been as close as 5. 3 ball out front. Roberts a strong miss. Rebound pulled down. Here's Williams to Keys. Entry for Van, taken away by Russell and bounced off of Van. It'll belong to Louisville.
Heads up play by Marissa Russell. Veteran play, a high basketball IQ play here. Knowing you're falling out of bounds, hey, I got to find a way to keep this ball with my team. Let me just chuck it off the other player. That's something you do kind of play and pick up in the driveway, and it translates to a game like this.
Roberts, under 5 to go in the third. Russell, 3 ball. Third 3 of the game for Marissa Russell. She's got 11.
That defensive play on the other end got her going, and she has made some massive shots for Louisville tonight.
Williams tried to lob it to Beers. Couldn't control it. Roberts with the takeaway. Lead for Curry. Bounce pass, and the layup fell off the rim by Harris. Got it back and fouled. That'll get us to a timeout. Free throws coming on the Verhulst foul, but Marissa Russell, a defensive play at one end, a 3 at the other. B Foundation to highlight the urgent need for cancer research. It's game-changing stuff that helps save lives. You can join the fight by visiting v.org/donate. 100% of your donation goes directly to cancer research. Foul on Peyton Verhulst got us to the timeout. Nyla Harris knocks down the free throw. And Louisville's pushed the lead back to double digits, Kelly. It was 5 a moment ago, and the Cards responded nicely.
They have. I think for Oklahoma to get back in this game, of course, having Beers back on the floor is a huge part of it, but they're 0 for 3 from beyond the arc in this third quarter. They're going to have to make some threes. They're getting back into their offense with the backdoor offense they love to run, getting some layups, but the three ball's got to start falling for Oklahoma.
Sahara Williams, the backdoor cut. She's got 7 tonight. That ball got knocked away.
Out of bounds. Possession stays with the
Nevaeh
Cards.
Tot. It'll stay with the Cards ahead of 4 minutes to go. Game 1 of a massive 16-game schedule. 6 tonight, 10 tomorrow. Curry the catch and shoot. Cleanly through.
That is pure for Jada Curry. She has such a good-looking shot. Reminds me of perhaps another Curry that wears number 30,
Oh,
Wes.
wow, really?
It is her favorite player, so I'll just throw that out there. But you can't leave her that wide open. She's going to knock it down.
Yep. And Beers off the ball against Russell. Will commit the third and another look. This just warms your heart here, doesn't it, Kelly, to see this kind of
This is
shot.
textbook. This is a textbook basketball shot from Jada Curry. I love to see it. Gets her legs involved. The rotation, how beautiful that shot was for the rest of this third quarter. So if you're, if you got something else you want to do.
Jenny Baranchek would like to see Oklahoma get a couple stops here, I suspect.
And Reagan Beers just picked up that third foul. Marissa Russell drew that foul.
Yeah, Culleton's come back in the ball game. Here's Russell against Verhulst. Bounce, nice pass, layup, good. Nyla Harris. 6 in the quarter for Harris, 10 in the game.
Jeff Walz told us he needed to see more from his veterans. His veterans have responded. Marissa Russell and Olivia Cochran have played really well this afternoon.
5th foul of the quarter on Louisville. It's the 4th on Jada Curry.
Checking in for Oklahoma.
With 3:05 to play.
Replacing number 6, Sahara Williams.
Nevaeh Tot will go to the line here.
Replacing number 30, Jada Curry.
And Isela Arenas has checked in to replace Curry.
Will shoot 2.
So Tot at the line. Free throw good. Don't forget the WNBA expansion draft for the newest expansion franchise, the Golden State Valkyries, is Friday at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific on ESPN. The 12 current teams can protect a half-dozen players, so one unprotected player from each team. They'll also get one total unrestricted free agent for the new 13th franchise in the WNBA.
Wes, I saw a couple projections for that expansion draft that perhaps the Valkyries pick up Dana Evans, former Louisville great, who's had some good years with the Chicago Sky, former ACC Player of the Year here at Louisville. A pleasure to cover her back when she played here.
Yep. Here's Harris with a 13-point Card lead. Working against Culleton, and a travel is going to be called. Speaking of Dana Evans, when you walk down Main Street here in Louisville, she's still on the mural that hangs in the building, I noticed today.
I noticed that as well. I looked up, was like, is that
That's
Dana Evans?
And when you're a two-time ACC Player of the Year, right?
She was a great, it still is, but was a great player here.
Sure was. Keys is on the floor. Tot. Here goes Skylar Vann on the drive. Russell the rebound. Ahead for Roberts. Skips it back for Harris, and a Jeff Walz timeout taken.
Timeout,
With 2:11 to go here in the third quarter. Louisville led by 12 at the break. The lead is 13 as we play on. Plus, start streaming now. 57-44. We welcome you back downtown tonight in Louisville with Kelly Gramlich, Wes Durham. Marks Mann is our producer. Number 22 Louisville leading Oklahoma 57-44, and the Cards turn it over. Peyton Verhulst with a nice play on the inbounds.
Speaking of Verhulst, Wes, with Reagan Beers picking up that third foul, they're going to need some more from number 12. I know they have Van back in the game, but they're going to have to look for Verhulst to get her going.
Skylar Vann. Culleton. Tried to lob it inside. Harris deflected it. Loose ball. Berry will let it go, and it'll belong to the Cards. 25 turnovers and a season high now for the Sooners.
What Oklahoma really likes to do is cut backdoor, which takes a tough pass, right, to hit your backdoor cut. Then they like to post up their guards and then have a tough entry pass to get in. And that's what Jenny Branchek told us, is we're still working on our passing and kind of putting it where we need to be. But Louisville, with their length and how active they've been defensively, they have taken Oklahoma out of what they really like to do.
Russell collects, fires into the corner. Arenas a three. Rebounded by Berry. She had it knocked away, and it will stay with the Cards. Denise Brooks and Tiffany Bird visiting on the call. And here comes Reagan Beers back with Williams and Todd for Oklahoma.
You're getting in that danger zone with this lead up to 13. I like putting her back in here.
Russell trying to find Cochran and deflected over the inline out of bounds. So Culleton and Beard both playing together. Fairholz came out of the lineup. Keys, Tott, and Williams kind of on the perimeter here, Kelly.
Definitely, and with Culleton in there, you can maybe take some pressure off of Beers defensively, having more size.
In for Cochran, right back for Berry. Olivia Cochran thought about the three, skips for Berry's triple. And Williams pulls it away. 75 seconds to go in the quarter. Keys a three. Lexi Keys with 6.
Yes, and set up perfectly by Sahara Williams, attacking in transition, keeping the ball just long enough to get Keys open, get her some separation. This was set up well by the sophomore Sahara Williams, and then Keys caught that in rhythm, let it fly. 44% three-point shooter. She's going to hit that.
And a travel by Amari Berry. So the freshman with the turnover in the half court. That brings Williams back for the Ville.
Replacing number 1, Amari Berry.
And you see 40 total turnovers in the ball game now. Culleton here at the top. Kick out for Tots. 3. Long rebound, Williams. Louisville trying for a transition chance. It'll be Roberts. And an offensive foul is called on Taj Roberts.
So remember, in the women's game, the semicircle no longer matters. The restricted area no longer matters. And they said that Oklahoma was able to get their established position. That's a tough call.
Yep.
And could be a big momentum swing here.
Williams inside, Beers the rebound. Foul on the deck. And it'll be against Cochran. That's her 4th.
So the rule is Keys has to establish position before Taj Roberts leaves the ground. I think Keys did that. That's a good call by the official. The semicircle, that restricted area down there, does not matter in the women's game. So it's still on the floor because it is in the men's game, but ignore that for the women's game.
Reagan Beers to the line after Cochran picked up her 4th. With 33.4 left to go.
And that's big, Wes. Olivia Cochran has not scored in this second half after playing the half of a lifetime in the first half. She was phenomenal.
Right.
And now we'll see how long Jeff Walls chooses to have her sit with those 4 fouls.
Beers missed them both. Culleton the rebound and the score. Just the 7th field goal of the year for Beatrice Culleton. 8-point game. Oklahoma's been as close as 5 in the second half. Here comes the double team. 8 seconds. Williams in the corner. Russell. At the horn. Todd shots, 3 off the glass. It's 11-point Louisville lead as we go to the fourth quarter.
Tech, Georgia, that game could matter when it comes down to March. Vanderbilt, Miami, a bit surprising, but I had Vanderbilt in the tournament last year. That's an up-and-coming program under Shea Ralph, who is a UConn great and an assistant under Gino Auriemma.
Yep, backdoor cut again, good call, and Williams the basket and the foul. There's the backdoor cut you referred to earlier, a staple of the offense. The foul is on Russell. It'll be her first. It's the first of the quarter on Louisville.
And Wes, eventually after 4 quarters, you get really tired of defending the backdoor cut every single possession. And so Oklahoma's trying to wear down Louisville, trying to see them make some mistakes, and they don't have Olivia Cochran in there right now with her foul trouble, their true rim protector.
Sophomore from Waterloo, Iowa, misses the free throw. 9-point lead for Louisville. Jalea Williams on the drive. Roberts. And now back to Williams. 10 to shoot. There's Roberts against Verhulst. Step back 3. Whew. And the rebound pulled down by Beers. The sophomore from Turkey, Istanbuloglu, has come in to defend Reagan Beers. Jumper away, Williams the rebound, strong, and misses the chance on what would be a 3-point play. Tajana Roberts will draw her 4th. Second of the quarter on the cards.
And that's big to get the 4th on Roberts. Roberts has played the majority of this game for Louisville. We'll see what Jeff Walz chooses to do. She's just a freshman. To leave her out there right now with 4 fouls shows a lot of trust that Walz has in his young freshman.
She's 1 of 3 with 4, joining Curry and Cochran. Williams the miss of the free throw. Honorable mention all Big 12 a year ago. Sahara averaged 10 points and shot 46% from the floor. Got the back end. 7.5, 10 in the ball game now. 8-point game. 9 minutes to play here at the Yum Center. Russell another 3. And the long rebound. Istanbuloglu could not hang on to it. It will belong to the Sooners. Here comes Keys for Williams in the lineup for Coach Baranchak. So you have Beers and Skylar Vann on the floor together now with Keys, Todd, and Verhulst for Oklahoma. Keys on the entry. Nice catch by Beers. Couldn't finish. Clean block underneath, says Denise Brooks. Here's Williams running the break. Russell. Now Roberts.
This is what Louisville wants. Use that clock. Try to take possessions away from Oklahoma.
Out of the corner, the 3 is blocked. So here's Oklahoma with another chance. Keys, Verhulst a triple. Got it. And the goal is good, and the foul is on Nyla Harris, I believe.
The foul on the Cardinals, number 2, Nyla Harris. Her 4th. Team third.
13 for Verhulst. 4th foul on Harris with 8 minutes even to go.
And great job by Oklahoma to move that ball to find the best look possible. Keys and Verhulst, a little give and go action. But if Verhulst gets a little bit of daylight, she is a threat to knock down a 3. We said Oklahoma needed to make some 3s in this second half to get back in it. It's now a 5-point game.
Beers the catch. Back for Todd. Basket was good, so it's a 5-point game, and Verhulst on the drive had it blocked. Here's Williams. Off for Curry. Back for Harris. All the way through. Too strong. And a foul inside. will be the third on the 6'3" sophomore Elif Istanbuloglu from Turkey.
Checking in for Oklahoma, number 6, Sahara Williams, replacing number 50,
And Louisville
Reagan Beers.
just one foul away from putting Oklahoma at the line. That is very detrimental to Louisville right now. You've let Oklahoma claw their way back in. And now if you start putting them at the line, that's another way for OU to get back comfortably into this basketball game.
Harris goes out with 4. Cochran is back on the floor with 4. And a backdoor cut and a whistle and a foul on Verhulst.
And that could have been Jada Curry's 5th. That was a beneficial call for Louisville. And of course, Jada Curry just trying to defend that backdoor cut. But they need Curry out there because Taj Roberts also has 4 fouls. You need players that can handle the ball as this game gets tighter.
Verhulst, second foul, first of the quarter on the Sooners. On the drive, Elif Istanbuloglu is fouled. Skylar Van's third, second of the quarter on the Sooners.
Cardinals, number 11, Istanbuloglu. Will shoot 2.
And the first one is good. Quick reminder to you, the SEC ACC Women's Challenge tomorrow presented by Ally, Auburn at Virginia. Jay Alter and Kelly will be there at 6 o'clock on ACC Network. Florida at Clemson is the 8 o'clock game tomorrow in the Women's Challenge, available on ACC Network and the ESPN app.
Wes, those are 2 games in the latter part of the challenge tomorrow that could end up deciding this challenge. That's what's so fun about these, is that every game, especially if it gets tight, every game really matters.
7 minutes to go in the game. Williams the catch and score.
Great pass, good offense by Oklahoma. Oklahoma has run much better offense in this second half.
5-point game, close as Oklahoma's been in this second half. Backdoor cut, Williams the catch. Lost it to Cochran. Louisville an unforced error on a great entry pass, but Kelly come away empty.
And Cochran has been quiet in this second half. That's been part of the issue for Louisville.
Number 13, Marissa Russell, replacing number 1, Amari Berry.
So a 5-point game with 6.5 to go. Verhulst. Tot for the 3. Cochran the rebound. Russell thought about the quick shot. Now Curry playing with the 4 fouls. Kick to the left side. Here's Williams. 6 minutes to go. Cochran. Season high now for Olivia Cochran, 17.
An excellent offensive possession by Louisville. They used the whole shot clock. They shared the ball. They're able to use some of that clock as OU's clawing back. And then Olivia Cochran, who we said had been quiet in the second half, takes her time, gets to her sweet spot, knocks it down.
So Reagan Beers is back. Zaya Van returns. Older sister Skylar Van out, along with Beers. Or rather, so here is Peyton Verhulst to put it in play on the baseline. Quick shot 3, bounds away. Beers the rebound. Cochran with 4, can't foul. Stick back, second chance point for Reagan Beers, and we're 5-point margin again.
And Oklahoma's done a much better job on the glass in the second half. Of course, that's because they've had Reagan Beers and Skylar Van in the lineup.
Here's Curry for Russell. Curry on the drive. Pull-up jumper. Good. Jada Curry. 7 in the game, 5 in the half.
Big time shot and another perfect offensive possession for where Louisville is in the game right now.
And Zaya Van somehow wound her way to the basket and got an easy layup.
Oklahoma is not going away, Wes.
The game in early December's got a March feel to it, Kelly. Curry. Oh my goodness.
What a shot. This is why I said she's the X factor for this team, and I think she got fouled on that play too, Wes.
In the corner, Williams, a 3 to answer. The game is 4 now with 4:22 to play.
The shot making on those 4 possessions we just saw, elite. Like you said, Wes, it feels like a March game.
Curry. Williams defending. Back for Nyla Harris. A 2 over the top of Beers. Williams had a crack at it. Here's Zaya Van in transition. And the layup good. Game is 2 on the consecutive field goals from Zaya Van.
I'm not sure how Zaya Van did that, or even if she meant to, but great job avoiding the charge and jump stopping and getting the bucket.
Here goes Williams in the lane. Skip for Russell. Another 3. Too strong. And we're going to get a foul on Verhulst. It'll be her 3rd and 3rd on Oklahoma.
You back out.
Vanderbilt defense.
Yep, to Louisville.
All right, 2-point ball game, 3:28 to go. Quick look at our game summary, Kelly. What stands out about this second half?
Oklahoma has played a lot better. They've had Beers and Van on the floor. They've hit some big shots. They've been able to slow down Olivia Cochran. But I like what Louisville has done in this 4th quarter to maintain that lead. But as I'm saying that, Wes, of course, that happens. Jada Curry's hit some big shots, but turns it over.
Yep. Closest Oklahoma has been since 16-14 in the first quarter. Their last lead was 14-13 in the first period.
I've been impressed with OU as well, Wes. They haven't panicked, right? They've just continued to do what they do, and now we've got a tie ball game.
Reagan Beers the basket, has 11. Locked up at 68, 3 minutes to go at the Yum Center. Curry. Now here's Cochran playing with 4. Step away, too strong. Verhulst the rebound for the Sooners. Skip pass across. Keys has been dangerous from behind the line. Nevaeh top. Now here's Verhulst. Russell defending. Now Skylar Van in traffic. 5 to shoot. Verhulst trying to drive against Nyla Harris. Beers caught it. One-handed. Put it up. Too strong. And then Verhulst the steal and the shot. Cochran is fouled out of the game with 2:21 to go.
Wow. What a
Season
play.
high 17 for Cochran, but she's done with fouls.
And Verhulst fouls out her former teammate.
Yep.
That's what we get these days with these transfers. But what a heads-up play by Peyton Verhulst to get her hand in the passing lane and get to the free throw line.
So Olivia Cochran, 17 points. That's a season high. 5th foul on Louisville. Would have been 2 shots regardless for Peyton Verhulst. From DeSoto, Kansas. She played 40 games here for Jeff Walls at Louisville. Kelly told you, member of their last Final Four team. And the free throw good, and Oklahoma with the lead for the first time since the first quarter.
And Wes, it doesn't feel like there's any bad blood. None of the coaches told us that. But as a competitor, It's got to feel good to come in here, play like she has. And, of course, if they do end up getting the win, that's exactly what she wanted.
2-point lead for the Sooners now. How does Louisville respond? Curry. Istanbulou. Missed the three. Rebounded by Van.
I'm not sure that's the shot you want if you're Louisville, and it's too quick of a shot. You need to be able to run some clock and run a play, get into your offense. That was too quick.
Skylar Vann a three, rimmed out. Williams the rebound. They go to the deck, and a held ball belongs to Louisville. So possession to the Cardinals with 1:47 to play.
Wes, if I'm Louisville, I want Jada Curry and Taj Roberts involved in this offense. I want them taking shots. If you set up Marissa Russell for an open three, I like that as well. And then let Nyla Harris and Istanbululu crash the boards. That's all. That's what I want from Louisville in these final possessions.
McKinley Randolph was at the table, did not check in. And a foul in traffic. Peyton Verhulst's fourth, and that is 4 on Oklahoma with 1:37 to play.
Verhulst has to be careful. They need her on the floor. She's picked up a few kind of ticky-tack fouls in the second half.
Curry will put it in play quickly to Taj Roberts. Roberts floater on the drive. Too strong. Beers the rebound. 90 seconds to go. And a foul called on Williams. And Jenny Baranczyk cannot believe it. And that is 5 now on the Sooners. Here's Roberts. Now Harris. 15 to shoot. Curry. Off the Harris screen. Curry the 2. High arcing shot. Good. 9.5. 11 in the game for Curry. 70 all with a minute to go.
Big time shots from Jada Curry. That's why I said I wanted the ball in her hands for Louisville.
Verhulst. Jump shot for the lead is good.
And that's who you want the ball. Want to have the ball if you're Oklahoma is Peyton Verhulst. Ice in her veins, playing in her former gym.
44 seconds to go and counting. Curry winding long 2 off the back rim. Verhulst the rebound. Quick outlet to Todd. 5-second differential. Shot clock to game clock. And Russell is going to be called for the backcourt foul, which will send Nevaeh Tot to the line, where she's hit 4 free throws today, which are her first 4 free throws of the year.
That's a really good call by the official.
Yep.
They didn't swallow their whistle just because it's late in the game. That was a foul, and they called it.
So the redshirt senior from Columbus, Ohio, 131st college game. Nevaeh Tot to shoot 2 free throws. And 1 dribble and confident stroke for her 5th free throw in as many tries. 8 points in the game. Comes in averaging less than 2 a game. And it's a 2-possession game now, Kelly, for Louisville.
Big shot.
74-70.
Those were massive free throws on the road with the noise in this arena. Wes, when you think about this game and just the back and forth, but how much it felt like Louisville dominated that first half, it's kind of hard to believe that Oklahoma's sitting here with a 4-point lead, but they never panicked. They stayed within themselves, and they knew the shots would eventually fall.
Oklahoma, who trailed by as many as 17, on the verge of what might be their largest comeback.
Or potentially further teams. And for Oklahoma to come on the road, withstand what Louisville did in that first half, a 13-2 run in the last 4 minutes. I'm really impressed with the resolve from this Sooner team.
Cards have got to be quick here. Long lead for Nyla Harris. Back for Roberts. Taj Roberts with 20 seconds. Runner with the right hand, no good, and a foul called. And it's on Beers. So 2 free throws for Tatiana Roberts, the freshman from San Diego.
And what a vote of confidence from Jeff Walz. He just put the ball in the hands of his true freshman and said, go get me a bucket. She drew a foul. That's rare. You don't see that very often, Wes, this late in the game, to put the ball in the hands of a freshman.
So Roberts, who's just 10 of 19 at the free throw line, has a couple here. First one good. 12 points. The ACC's Rookie of the Week after 13 points and 4 steals against Colorado. Second one good. So it's still now a one-possession game. They got to commit a foul. Verhulst on the dribble. And there's the foul with 12.9 left. It's on Nyla Harris, and that'll be her 5th.
The foul on the Cardinals, number 2, Nyla Harris.
They didn't want to foul Verhulst because she's such a good shooter, but if you don't force them to give the ball to someone else, you're going to have to foul her. Wasted a few seconds not fouling.
Right. Jeff Walz does have 1 timeout left. Jenny Baranczyk's got 3.
Well, speaking of timeouts, I was surprised that Baranczyk didn't call timeout to advance the ball, but it just shows the trust she has in Verhulst. Get the ball in her hands because she wants her shooting free throws, but also the trust to handle that pressure, and she still has 3 timeouts now at her disposal.
Yep. So here is Peyton Verhulst, who is 3 for 4 at the line. She's hit her last 3 at the stripe after missing her first today. First one good. Makes it a 3-point game. And this is the one that changes the dynamic. And the possession count now 2. And now Louisville will use their timeout in a 4-point game with 12.9 to go. So, Kelly, walk me through what Jeff Walz is thinking. Obviously, he's got to be mindful of time. Jenny Baranczyk doesn't want to foul here. That's the last thing Oklahoma needs, is something that stops the clock.
Exactly, and I think you have to go fast if you're Louisville. You get the first open look. That is a good look for your personnel. But I'm going to attack the rim. I'm going to put the ball in Taj Roberts' hands. I'd love to see them attack towards either Marissa Russell or Jada Curry's side, have Russell or Curry in the corner, make the defense make a play. But Taj Roberts just got to the free throw line. She's the best player for Louisville in terms of creating her own shot. Put the ball in Taj Roberts' hands, have her attack one side of the floor where a shooter is, and see what happens. But I'd go get a 2, and then I would, at first, this is your first option, have Taj Roberts go try to get a 2.
Jeff Walz does have 1 timeout left. Jenny Baranczyk's got 3.
Well, speaking of timeouts, I was surprised that Baranczyk didn't call timeout to advance the ball, but it just shows the trust she has in Verhulst. Get the ball in her hands because she wants her shooting free throws, but also the trust to handle that pressure, and she still has 3 timeouts now at her disposal.
Yep. So here is Peyton Verhulst, who is 3 for 4 at the line. She's hit her last 3 at the stripe after missing her first today. First one good. Makes it a 3-point game. And this is the one that changes the dynamic. And the possession count now 2. And now Louisville will use their timeout in a 4-point game with 12.9 to go. So, Kelly, walk me through what Jeff Walz is thinking. Obviously, he's got to be mindful of time. Jenny Baranczyk doesn't want to foul here. That's the last thing Oklahoma needs, is something that stops the clock.
Exactly, and I think you have to go fast if you're Louisville. You get the first open look. That is a good look for your personnel. But I'm going to attack the rim. I'm going to put the ball in Taj Roberts' hands. I'd love to see them attack towards either Marissa Russell or Jada Curry's side, have Russell or Curry in the corner, make the defense make a play. But Taj Roberts just got to the free throw line. She's the best player for Louisville in terms of creating her own shot. Put the ball in Taj Roberts' hands, have her attack one side of the floor where a shooter is, and see what happens. But I'd go get a 2, and then I would, at first, this is your first option, have Taj Roberts go try to get a 2. Try to draw a foul, like you said. Just elongate this game. Make this game as long as possible.
Louisville's out of timeouts. You see Oklahoma with 3 left and possession, which is important if there were a held ball along the way here in the last 12.9. Cards have losses to Kentucky in overtime and, of course, to UCLA and Paris to start the season. And Oklahoma just lost the overtime game to Duke out in Vegas last Wednesday. So Marissa Russell will put it in play. Looking to get it in bounds, does. Istanbuloglu fires for 3, rimmed off. And the foul on Russell against Verhulst. 3rd on Russell. Stops the clock with 7.8 left.
And that's the shot OU wanted Louisville to take. That's the option that Oklahoma gave Louisville. So great defensive execution by Oklahoma to make Louisville do what they wanted them to do.
And
At the line for Oklahoma, number 12, Peyton Verhulst.
Peyton Verhulst back to the stripe where she's hit 5 in a row. And a chance to complete the comeback. And what a terrific 3rd and 4th quarter this was for Jenny Baranczyk's team, who, Kelly, all had everything going downhill on them in the first 20 rather.
There are a lot of teams that would have folded in that first half, but Oklahoma did not.
Russell a 3, bounds away, fears the rebound, and Oklahoma doesn't. The number 11 Sooners go to 7-1 with their best comeback win in 3 years. 78-72 the final.
Really impressed with Oklahoma. I thought they were dead in the water after that first half. Louisville dominated in the first half. The boards, the turnovers, got Beers in foul trouble. But Oklahoma, the way they did not panic, that's coaching, that's culture, and the leadership from Verhulst, the leadership from Skylar Vann in the second half. They just beat a top 25 team on the road, and Reagan Beers only had 11 points.